Hello everyone and welcome back to Valby City Zoo. Yes, it has been a year without any Valby City Zoo videos, but today is the day. I am back and I'm not joined by anyone today. No, I'm back on my own in Valby City Zoo. But why? Because this was a collaboration project. So if you don't know Valby City Zoo, it's a collaboration between me, Caesar Creates, Haribo, and the one and only leader. And we have been giving the file around, and everyone has made some beautiful things in the zoo, but for over a year we didn't do anything. I wanted to get back into the game, and I wanted to get back into Valby City Zoo. So I asked the guys, okay, I want to build like a little petting zoo within the zoo. Are you guys okay with that? And of course they all said yes, and I'm gonna do a little speed build series for this petting zoo, because for one episode it was a little bit too much. So we're gonna have a couple of speed build videos for this little petting zoo within Valby, and after that, of course, with the full crew, we are gonna do a tour around the area, as you guys are used to, or like used to, as you guys have seen a year ago. So if you haven't seen anything from Valby City Zoo, it's one of the best projects I think there is in Planet Zoo. I'm so humble, but I think it really is. It's a Danish city zoo, and we try to make the most realistic things in Planet Zoo, and I think it is an amazing project, and it's a shame that we didn't do anything in it for like a year, but it's also quite intense to build something in here. That's why I wanted to do the petting zoo, because it's easy to get into. I wanted to make something simple and not a huge difficult backstage build with a lot of research to be done. So that's why I decided to start with this, to get back into it, because you haven't seen anything from me for over a year as well. You did see a Planet Coaster 2 video a week ago or 2 weeks ago, because I was one of the lucky people who was able to play the game for a couple of hours, and I made some videos about that. You can check it out on the channel, of course. You should. Yes, so let's talk about the build, Mr. ZooF, because it's been a while since I've done these kind of videos, so you will have to get used to me talking to you again over the internet. But we are back, and what are we doing? We are creating a barn. It's a wooden barn. It's what should I call it? I wanted to call it Danish architecture, but then I showed it to leader, and he definitely told me it's not Danish architecture, but it's more like Swedish. But hey, it's Scandinavian, so it looks quite nice, I think. So we're gonna go for the red colored wood. We will have what I wanted to do with this build, I wanted to make it look as crappy as possible. So everything is like falling apart, it's wooden, it's dirty, there's stuff everywhere, and the barn doesn't look like it's gonna hold for a very long time. But it's more like a little rustic village that I'm going for. You can already see I have some plans with the pathing and with the buildings that I want to do, and it's gonna be a nice little side project within Volby, I think. For the barn, I took inspiration from Midjourney. Actually, I found out that it's a great tool for inspiration for stuff that you do in Planet Zoo. So I generated some images for a Danish petting zoo, Danish architecture, barns, stuff like that. And this is what came out of one of the images, and I took inspiration from several, put it together, and this is gonna be the petting zoo for Valby City Zoo. So the roof, I'm struggling with that as usual. I think I switched it around like 25 times, and then over here I'm changing all the colors for the wood, which is a great detail, and it already starts to look a lot better. If you only use the same color wood pieces, then it doesn't look as good as it does now. So I always try to switch it around. Even with this build, I moved a couple of planks around like a little bit, give it a little bit of an angle, just to make it look worn and crappy. And I think it turned out pretty well. The only problem with this build is that the lighting was really horrible in this spot, and I think that's going to be the issue for the entire build, because right now I had to set the time to like 9:30 in the morning to get some sunlight. You can see me switching over here, to get some sunlight on a building, which is I don't really like it. I really hope in Planet Coaster 2 it's going to be a lot better with the lighting, because right now you will have the sunlight coming from the left and this part is like completely dark. You can't see anything. It looks weird, and now it looks much better. So you always have to play around with the lighting. I don't really like that. So it's a thing that they will hopefully improve with Planet Coaster 2. So Planet Coaster 2, of course, I will talk, won't talk too much about it, but I am planning, of course, to get back into YouTube again and get into Planet Coaster 2 as well. I do think that Planet Zoo is still gonna be a thing on the channel because, I don't know, I feel more comfortable building stuff for zoos than for theme parks, but I really want to give it a try and I want to get into it. I already have some plans, but I also still have some plans for my existing projects, because we also have Limpopo, which is not finished at all, which is a nice little build, I think. And I think it has been like 2 or 3 years since I've built in that project, and I think we did improve a little bit since then. Of course, I'm quite rusty, as you can see right now, so I'm not really building as smoothly as I did, but I think it took me like 10 hours for this build, and after that I felt comfortable again with like the controls, with the building pieces, and I'm getting used to it again, because with the first hour I even had to look at my keyboard, what are the shortcuts, stuff like that, because it has been a while. Also, for me, there are a lot of new pieces, like for example this fence. For me it's completely new. I really like it. I do think it's a shame that they didn't give us all the separate planks, so it's only the beams, like the middle ones, the vertical ones, those are separate pieces, and the rest is just one big piece. That's a big fence. I wish we had the planks as well, because it really fits this build. So I'm also playing around with some fencing all over this place. So you will see that probably in the next video. Also trying out some custom feeders. Of course, after this I decided that the feeder from Leader, his set on a workshop, looked much better. So I replaced it again. But I just put it in the video anyway, so you can see me struggling with this, trying to make something that looks nice and realistic, doing the same thing again, of course, with the planks, shuffling it around, giving it different colors. You can see that one plank is a little bit crooked, and now it looks much more realistic. The hinges, they are a beautiful thing, just to give it a little bit more detail, and now it looks much better. And these metal thingies, they will keep the hay inside the feeder. Beautiful. Yes, it is. I think it's quite a good pack, this barnyard animal. I think you probably already saw like 200 videos of donkey enclosures. Well, today you get another one, but this time it's made by me, ZooF. That's the only thing you wanted to see, right? So you waited for over a year just for this. And this is the moment you will see the barnyard animals on my channel and in Valby City Zoo. So I'm planning to add the sheep. I'm planning to add chickens. I'm planning to add the pigs. I think there are a couple of more animals. I want to have some free roaming peafowls around the area, and I just want to create a really nice atmosphere overall within this area. Just to get a nice little separate part of the zoo. So this is going to be like a really old rustic village within the modern Valby City Zoo, and I think that's quite a nice thing. It's gonna be quite a big area, I think, when you compare it to like the other parts of the zoo. But yeah, I'm looking forward to build it. Of course, when I'm recording the video, I already built a bit more than you will see today, because I had a deal with myself that I had to finish some builds before I start recording videos again. Otherwise, I would promise you guys that you will have some videos coming up and you will never hear from me again. But this time, I do hope that that's not gonna be the case. I'm not gonna give you any schedule or like, okay, next week you will have another video. No, might be a week, might be 2 weeks, might be 3 weeks. But yeah, before Planet Coaster 2 is coming up, I want to finish up this area. So that's yeah, gonna be within the next few months, because yeah, I also quite busy, you know. I have a life, and there's not much time left for building sometimes. But I do think that winter is coming up, you know. I'm sitting inside, so now I'm ready to go and ready to build. So the interior of the barn, of course, in Valby City Zoo, we only every building has like an interior, so I had to do that as well. It's gonna be quite simple. I already made like the wooden structure which is holding the barn together. I will add some fences. Again, this fence, I'm a big fan of it, so I will use it in the interior as well. You can see me struggling around, playing around with the fence pieces to make sure everything fits. After this, you will see a little jump in time. As I told you, I'm a bit rusty, and somehow my recording stopped halfway recording this interior. I don't know why, but it just happened. When I finished it, I wanted to stop the recording, but it was already stopped. So I don't know. We will see. You will see the end result, of course, in the end of the video. But before that, I'm gonna make a little gate right over here. It's a struggle to match the colors of this wood with the wood of the fences, but yeah, in the end, I think it looks quite nice. And the actual habitat is gonna be much bigger, as you see right now. So it's gonna extend to the other side of the building. But you will see that in a minute or so. You will see me finishing up the entire area. Hinges, I love hinges. I want to make it look realistic. I made this little keyhole thing. I'm gonna use that everywhere from now. I think it's a trick I learned from Leader again. Amazing builder. Look, it looks much better now. See? Beautiful. Okay, the donkeys need to drink as well. There's gonna be a lot of hay. There's gonna be a lot of crap around the building. And right now I'm copying all the planks to the other side. We will make a door. We will make yeah, a couple of doors actually. There's gonna be another enclosure on the like an indoor enclosure on the other side. So there's enough room for all the donkeys. I think I put like 2 or 3 in there. And bang, there's the jump in time, and the habitat is almost finished. And I have to say, I'm quite happy with how the entire area came out so far. So there's a big tree in the middle with this little well, and yeah, I think it's gonna be really nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do, and I will speak to you guys in the next one. Yoo-yoo!